My dear brothers and sisters, we are in the fourth week of the ordinary season. And today, I would like to reflect with you on the Beatitudes. Beatitudes that were spoken by Jesus on a mountain. And what does this mountain mean? Mountain means closer to God. That is how they imagined. And what does it come to you? In the Old Testament, we have another mountain, namely Mount Zion. And what happens there? There, the 10 commandments are given to Moses to tell the people what they should do and what they should not do. But most of them are negative. Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not commit adultery, etc., etc. But here in the Beatitudes, there is something new. They are positive. Each Beatitude tells you, blessed are those who are peacemakers. Blessed are those who are poor in spirit. Blessed are those who are humble, number. Blessed are those who fight for righteousness' sake. Blessed are those who work for peace in the world. All these are given to us. And at the outset, if you look peripherally, we see these Beatitudes are meant for cowards. Most of the people who say you are a coward, you are a loser, they will not pronounce these. Because they speak of revenge. They speak of opposing. They're talking about fighting, etc. That is exactly what the many great people, so-called great people, do. But if you go deep down, this Beatitude tells us an attitude that every human being must have. And what is he? What is a human being? The Chandogya Upanishads in the Indology tells us that Tat Vam Asi. You are that. And what is that? You are part of that Brahman and you are an Atman, part of that. And who is a Brahman? Brahman is someone deep in my heart. Someone who gives me truth and love. And when I realize that, then I also understand what it means to be having these Beatitudes with me. Dear friends, I would like to give you a little story which you know, you have heard many times. Mother Teresa walking on the streets of Calcutta when she is looking after a person who's full of maggots and festering wounds. One lady comes there and says, she sees this is something abhorring, stinking. And therefore she says, even for $1 million, I will not do it. But Mother Teresa says the same thing. Neither will I do it for $1 million. Why was she doing it? Not merely because she was a Christian, not because merely she loved Jesus, but she understood that attitude which she must have if she really follows Jesus Christ. An attitude of deeper love, not merely a ritualistic love. An attitude that which was seen in the Good Samaritan, who, giving up everything, goes after the man who is wounded and looks after him. Dear friends, this is something deeper. And that is exactly what you and I must understand. Why? We are not doing it just because we want to get praise. We are not doing it just because we want to show to others we have done something. But we are doing it because God has created us in His own image. And what does that mean? For God is love. God is the one who serves others. God is the one who calls us to be deeper love than any other persons. We don't live a peripheral life. We live a deeper life. And that is difficult, but not impossible. And that is exactly what the kingdom of God really means. That is why Saint Matthew tells us, if you are a disciple of Jesus Christ, this is not something against humanity, but is very much positive. In other words, these things are within your heart. मेरे प्यारे भाइयों और बहनों, जब हम इन Beatitudes के बारे में सोचते हैं, कभी कभी हमें ऐसा लगता है ये केवल कायर लोगों के लिए है, असली लोगों के लिए नहीं है। क्योंकि हम दुनिया को जो देखते हैं वो केवल सब कुछ बटोरना चाहते हैं, अपने लिए जीते हैं, दूसरों के लिए नहीं जीते हैं। और इसीलिए अगर आप विनम्र बन जाते हो, आप अगर लोगों के लिए काम करते हो, लोग कहते हैं इसमें तुम्हें क्या मिलेगा, वही बात मदर तेरेसा को उन्होंने कहा था। और असलियत यह है, हमें कुछ नहीं मिलेगा, लेकिन वह सेटिस्फैक्शन मिलता है जो कोई और दे नहीं सकता है। That satisfaction which really satisfies my soul, that is exactly what it is. that in a deeper aspect of my spirit, then I will be able to do good to others without any praise and without wanting any reward at all. For my reward is doing good in itself. Those are the Beatitudes. Dear friends, if we can understand this, then we will know that we live an authentic life. A life which you and I must live if I must find deeper joy and peace in my heart. Not only for others, not only by serving others and getting praise for them, but I know that I have lived a human life. For Jesus comes to tell us insaniyat, how to be like a real human being. For that is exactly what we did in Saniyat, namely the incarnation. Incarnation is not merely God becoming man, but telling us to be like Him who comes to serve, who comes to give joy. And that is exactly what it is. So let us therefore, when we go back, let us slowly think about it, pray over it, try to understand it. Am I living a real, authentic Christian life or authentic human life for that matter? If I do, then I am in line with so many great people like Mahatma Gandhi, like Nelson Mandela, like many others who risked everything to follow in the footprints of these Beatitudes, which become a new attitude for them. That is exactly real life, authentic life. Thank you and God bless you.
Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye, when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt has lost his savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven.